Welcome back, and in today's episode I'm going to be doing an oil change. So I need a motorcycle, some engine oil and an oil filter. Let's get the bike started so we can warm up that engine oil so it all flows out nicely. So what we'll do now is just let that run. It'll get up to temperature, hopefully everything will start working its way, loosening up, and then when we drain it, all the crud will drain with it. Just give it 5 minutes. We'll just spin it up a little bit to get the oil pump going round. Not too much because it's a cold engine, but we'll just let that cool down for a moment. It'll just let all the oil settle to the bottom of the stump, and yeah, won't scold ourselves when we take the drain plug out. Now that it's had some time to cool down, the first thing I'm going to do is just loosen up the dipstick. We'll just slide that so it's nice and loose. That means when we come to undo the drain plug underneath the stump, we can just leave that and the air will flow in there, oil will flow out the bottom. Cushy. Let's get underneath. Now that you've made friends with the ground, what you want to do is grab 2 pans to catch the oil from the sump and the oil filter. I've got a big one for the sump and I've got a smaller one for the oil filter. Let's get dug in. So now we've got to remove the oil filter. That's just a case of grabbing it firmly with your hand, and hopefully it shouldn't be on too tight. You can just twist it off. Otherwise there is other tools available to get this off, but usually the ones I put on I can always get off by hand, just like that. So we'll just let that sit there for a minute. It's going to be dripping oil for a little while, and you might be wondering, how long should I leave it, Matt? Well, what I like to do is make a cup of tea, and by the time I finish my cup of tea, all the oil's drained out. Well, enough of it to make no difference. So, let's have a cup of tea. Okay, so that's had time to drain now. We can get these pans out of the way and clean up the mating surface between the new filter and the engine itself. Okay, so just wiping round, making sure there's no dirt left in here. So now that that's done, we can get the new filter out, remove this plastic, set it down back in the box, crack open the new oil, pour a little bit into the cap, like that, and then just work around some of the new oil onto this filter. When it comes to screwing in these oil filters, you just want to go wrist tight. Once you feel resistance and it feels like it's seating home and it won't go any further, don't need to lean on it, just needs to be firmly on there. So the O-ring, a bit black this one, so the O-ring in here is compressed against the engine. Ugh, yucky. Wipe the drain plug off as well. Now to reinstall the drain plug. Okay, now we'll grab our oil, a measuring jug, and a funnel to get it into the bike, because these crash bars are in the way a little bit, so I've just got to extend it out. Just tuck it under there actually, let the engine bar hold it. There we go, ready to go. Put this dipstick up there. Now we need, it's actually written on the jug, we need 3.1 for an oil and filter change. Only 2.9 needed for just a oil change. So just glug that up. We've just hit the 3 litre, we've just hit the litre mark. So we can start tipping that in. Now for our 2nd litre. Bang on the money. Tip that in. What we'll do for the last 1 litre, 0.1 is just fill up to the 900, and then we see how we go from there, because it might be that there's still some oil left in the engine. We don't want to be putting too much oil in. We can always measure and then put a little bit more in, but taking it out, that's a pain. Let's check the level now. And actually, that level looks all right. So we'll just screw in the dipstick. So that's how easy it is to change your motorcycle engine oil. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of thing, please subscribe, like the video. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you around. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom.